My name is Dmitri and I'm a second-year mechanical engineer here. And I don't really know exactly what my intended career is yet, but I'm hoping to possibly concentrate in mechatronics, so maybe something with that for mechanical engineering. I think the main classes I've taken with that is my calc classes. So I had the same teacher for Calc 1 through Calc 3. And so for those classes, overall it was a really positive experience, I found. And you know, I almost didn't really notice the difference at first because it just seemed like the right way of teaching just to begin with. I know I think I kind of benefited just right to begin with that sort of active learning style. I think just coming into these three classes, you know, it wasn't so much of a lecture-based class where I think that's a lot of classes that people are used to, where you know you sit in front of the teacher and they go and lecture you about the material. But instead, it was right away. She's just asking us questions and getting everyone involved right away. And so you know, there's no room for kind of sitting back and dozing off in class. You're really kind of put into the class and put into the material. You know, at first, I think at first it was, you know, a little bit, you know, kind of got my heart racing a little bit because I wasn't used to it. But overall, as you got used to it, and she did a great job of making it so comfortable and like you didn't feel bad if you answered it wrong. And she made you feel not scared to answer, you know, to get involved and to try to answer the question. So, you know, it wasn't, at first maybe it was a little bit intimidating, but the more you heard other people start answering questions and everybody going left and right to you, trying to figure out, you know, the answers to these problems that she was going through on the board, you know, it really made it pretty comfortable for the rest of the quarter. There were times when, yeah, I definitely, you know, there was answers that were obviously completely wrong and people recognized that, but, you know, she didn't make you feel bad in any sort of way. She would, you know, make you feel like, yeah, you did answer part of it correctly. And most of the time people got some, you know, part of it right. But, you know, she'd follow up with questions after that, so then more people could add on to those input that other people gave. And so it was kind of neat because then you could hear all sorts of different perspectives that people gave to all these questions that she was asking. And so that was another way where you could learn more, not only from her, but now you're learning from your peers and your classmates as well. So you get to hear all sorts of different input from all the students in the class. So it was almost like, instead of one teacher teaching, you have all the students teaching each other almost in the class. So it was really neat. And not only that, but she made me really like the subject too. Like I always liked math, you know, a little bit, but I wasn't, you know, really excited or anything about it. But I think also just that method of teaching, when you kind of get outside your comfort zone and you start talking and answering these questions in front of the class, you almost feel smarter in a way and you feel good about yourself. There's kind of something about that. And so that's why I wanted to take her too for the second and third quarter, because I feel like I was learning more in her classes. In class, I think, like, before I was pretty quiet, especially in high school. I didn't really want to answer any questions or raise my hand. But I think her class was the first class where, you know, like I said, like I went out of my comfort zone and I started answering questions, and you know, it was, you know, I was excited to come to class to see how many questions I could answer in that day, you know. So I think, yeah, that really helped with, you know, being more comfortable to not be afraid to answer questions, and especially in my other classes. I think I definitely noticed, you know, I started, you know, finding myself raising my hand in other classes for no reason. You know, I just, you know, because I'm used to it from my calc class. I think I met a lot of new friends and people in class because of this style of teaching too. You know, I actually met some of my best friends are from when I had these calc classes last year that I still talk to now. And that you know, I think that's mainly because I saw these people also speaking out and answering these questions. And, you know, it just made it more comfortable to reach out and to go talk to that person after, maybe ask them what they meant by their answer, or you saw that they knew what they were talking about, so maybe you want to go up and start studying with them. So she kind of brought the whole class together too. Yeah, I think just the biggest takeaways are I was able just to, I think, learn more within that short amount of time and be more efficient with understanding that material with inquiry-based learning. And I think it really allowed me to just, it allows students to be involved each and every day with that material, instead of taking a day off or slacking off one day and getting bored by a lecture, falling asleep. I think overall it really made me it almost made me excited to come to class every day and to try to understand what the new topic is going to be. So I think overall it just helped me really get involved more and just understand the material a lot better overall, I think.